By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly when YouTube is going to be deleting thumbnails, what it's going to mean for your past content, and what you could start doing right now to get more views and more subscribers as a result of YouTube beginning to test different things and how they're going to actually be getting rid of thumbnails in the future. Because if you haven't heard yet, YouTube is going to be moving away from thumbnails, and I know you probably think that this is terrible news, but this is actually really good news, and I'm going to explain to you why later on in this video. But I need you guys to understand something. You need to make sure that you're adapting to these changes that I'm going to share with you because they're already starting to take place. No, YouTube hasn't gotten rid of thumbnails yet, but they have brought thumbnails replacement already into the YouTube ecosystem, and it's something you need to begin preparing for, because once they do get rid of thumbnails, it's really going to hurt you if you haven't been preparing this whole entire time. In fact, this creator just gained over 100k subs simply by implementing the things I'm going to share with you, and this creator over 50,000. But before we could dive into those, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, I literally upload a video about how to grow on these platforms every single day. In addition to that, I created a free YouTube growth course. You can get the link in the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post on YouTube right now in order to get more views. And here's my phone number. Please shoot me a text message. I want to help you grow quicker on YouTube. I want to make sure that you're up to date on everything. So let's dive right into it. So the news is true. YouTube probably is going to be deleting thumbnails in the future, and they're going to be replacing it with the video already playing. If you don't understand what this means, you need to go to YouTube. You could do it either on a desktop, you could do it on a mobile device. Go to the home page and you'll see that videos just begin auto playing now. Now this means a few things because you need to start changing your content, but it also needs to change the way that you've been thinking about thumbnails. Now the reason that YouTube is going to be doing this, and like I alluded to earlier, this is actually a good thing, is because they have found across all social media apps that when things autoplay, you end up getting more views, and those viewers end up watching the videos for a longer period of time. Because if you could hook them in initially and get them to actually watch, which I'm going to share with you in just a little bit, well then what's going to happen is they spend a longer period of time actually watching your video. If you didn't know, the biggest drop-off area where you see on short-form content and on long-form content is in the beginning. Now the reason for this is because in the past, somebody had to click on a video, then they might like the video, they might not like the video, and then they just hop off and they don't come back to it. But this is going to be avoided now because you're going to be able to autoplay the video, and you'll actually be able to get a taste for what the content creator is talking about, or whether or not you actually want to watch the video. Okay, so like I alluded to earlier, this means that you need to start making a few changes to your actual content. First and foremost, you need to make sure that in the beginning of your video, you're actually relating to the person. Whatever the title is going to be, you need to be doing one of two things. You either need to be setting the stakes immediately in the video, or you need to be relating to that person. I'll give you a fine example. If you were going to create a video about how you could get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you need to make sure that you relate to the struggles that that person is feeling, because somebody that's going to stop and decide whether or not they want to watch that video is probably facing some types of struggles, so you need to be relating to that. The same thing with fitness, the same thing with crypto. It could be a video about do you know what Bitcoin is, or whatever the case is. So you need to be relating to that person. You need to create FOMO. You need to create curiosity. Just doing it in your thumbnail now is not enough. Just doing it in your title is not enough. Also needs to be done in the first 10 seconds of the video, because if you are not doing that, well then nobody's going to end up watching your video. They might stop and look at the video, but they're not actually going to click on it. They're not actually going to watch it. In the past, title and thumbnail were really the only thing that mattered on YouTube. Now the intro is mattering even more, and you need to make sure that you're doing one simple thing in your intro that I'm going to share with you in just a second. Before we dive into that, I want to make sure that you also understand this other thing, which is that your goal of the thumbnail on YouTube now is not just to win the click, but you need to be able to get somebody's attention. Essentially, the only thing that the thumbnail is good for now is getting somebody to stop scroll. So your thumbnail and the title, they're going to work together to get somebody to stop scrolling, and then ultimately the title and the intro of the video are going to be the thing that actually wins you that click. In the past, it was the thumbnail and the title that won the click. It's not going to be like that in the future, because ultimately YouTube is just going to do away with thumbnails. They've actually been testing this, and they've seen crazy results with it. For a lot of people, they've just been generating a thumbnail. I'm sure a lot of you guys see this with shorts, because this is where I see this pop up the most. I see so many people complain. They say, Rob, I can't upload a thumbnail to my shorts. You can upload a thumbnail to your shorts. Whether or not YouTube decides to show that thumbnail is up to them, which is why for a lot of you, you'll search for your own video, or you'll have your friend search for your own video, and they don't actually see the custom thumbnail because they only see the thumbnail that YouTube is testing. Because again, YouTube is testing this feature to see whether or not it increases the click-through rate, whether or not it increases the amount of views, whether or not it increases the actual satisfaction of the viewer, which brings me to the thing that I dropped off at in the beginning of this video, which is you need to make sure that you have text on the screen in the beginning, because the other feature that you're going to see if you're testing around with this tool, they're muting videos in the beginning, because again, that is what has worked best. If you look at Instagram, they did the same exact thing. You look at Facebook, they did the same exact thing. And guess what that caused? It caused more people to come on the app, and it caused the creators that actually put text on the screen, especially in the beginning, to get more views. Obviously, people don't watch YouTube videos without turning on the sound. Very few people watch YouTube videos videos without turning on the sound. So you need to make sure that you actually just have that in the beginning of the video. It's going to make it increase the amount of people that are going to watch your video. It's going to increase your click-through rate. And like I said, this is all going to lead to an increase in average view duration. Now, I'm guessing since you clicked on this video, you probably want to get more subscribers too, right? Well, that's exactly why I created this video, and I strongly suggest you go check it out. I just uploaded it, and it's going to teach you 3 things that you didn't know existed that are things that are going to allow you to get more subscribers on YouTube. What are you waiting for? Click on this video. I'll see you right over there.